So going ahead with push-ups, the first thing you really need to take care of is your knees, your hips and your shoulders should be in a straight line. And in the starting position, your palms are supposed to be right below your shoulders. This is how it should look like. As you can see, this is my starting position. My palms are right below my shoulders. My hips, I'm not dropping them, nor am I raising them in a mountain pose. Go down and I come up. So as you can see, I was able to maintain that straight line throughout my rep. If you are not able to maintain that straight line, that is not a perfect push-up. I'm not saying that is not a push-up, but that won't be a perfect push-up. One more thing, if you must have noticed, there is hardly any movement in my neck. I'm not looking up, nor am I looking down. I'm maintaining a neutral neck position. I will show you once again. As you can see, I go down and I come up. So everyone can do a push-up, or everyone think they can do a push-up. What I would really suggest you guys to do is just click a video of you performing a push-up and just observe that video. Just go through it, because you tend to learn a lot from your own video itself. And I hope whatever inputs I have given till now, you can actually check if you are able to maintain that straight line or not. If you are not able to, you really need to work more on it. The second thing I would like to share with you is about how wide you should keep your hands. So I have seen in most of the beginners, what they do is they tend to keep their hands too wide, and their movement looks something like this. So as you can see, my elbows are flaring out, traveling outwards. Instead, your elbows should be tucked in. I'll show you another angle. As you can see, this is what I just showed you in terms of beginners. This is what happens. The elbows tend to flare out and travel outwards. What should be done instead? Just narrow down your grip a little bit, slightly more than your shoulder width. And then as you perform the movement, as you go down, this is how your elbows are supposed to travel. So this is almost as good as 45 degrees. So why keeping your hands that wide is not good? Because when you perform that movement in that way, keeping your hands too wide, what happens is your entire body load comes on one single joint, that is your shoulder joint. And that is really not a safe and one of the most comfortable positions to be in. You might end up injuring yourself. Compared to when you keep your grip width relatively narrow, slightly more than shoulder width. This is what I am talking about. So this is my shoulder width. Okay, I'll show you a front view. This is shoulder width, slightly more than a shoulder width. And as you can see, when I'm performing a push-up, my elbows are tucked in and are traveling diagonally. So in this movement, what happens is your entire body load is equally distributed with your chest muscles as well as your tricep muscles. And that is how you are actually supposed to perform a perfect push-up. The next thing I would like to share with you is, if you are able to perform a perfect push-up, that's a good thing. But what if you are not able to? There are many people out there who are in their learning phase, who are still trying to get better at their form and technique, and they might not have that strength to push their own body weight. So what they can do is, as you can see, I've taken support of my knees are on the floor. Rest everything stays the same. My palms are right below my shoulders, and then I just go down and come up. So basically this is a simpler version of perfect push-up. If this is also difficult for you, you don't need to worry. I have a more simpler version to this. So earlier what I showed was in this position. What you can do now is just take your knees a little bit ahead and then you can go down and come up. So these are simpler versions of perfect push-ups which you can try and learn so that you can tend to develop that kind of pushing strength gradually, slowly and gradually. So one more thing which I actually missed out on is depth of the movement, which is called range of motion, if you must have heard it anytime. So what does that mean exactly? I've seen many people performing push-up something like this, wherein they go down halfway and then they come back. So what they do is they go down, stop at 90-degree, form at the elbows and then come back. So that is not a perfect push-up because the muscles you are targeting are not getting engaged 100%. So what actually you're supposed to do is, as you can see, I'm going down completely and then coming up. So I'm actually going beyond the 90-degree level, and that's what is called as a perfect push-up. My chest is almost touching the floor. Actually, my t-shirt is touching the floor. So this is what is called as a perfect push-up. So now I'm not expecting everyone to perform a perfect push-up, but definitely, like, whatever inputs I have given throughout the video, I really hope those inputs will be helpful for you in correcting your form and technique. And if you are a beginner, these will really help you getting better at this movement. And one more thing, as I've always said, that don't focus more on your reps at the moment. If you are a beginner, just concentrate more on getting that movement right, because once you learn it in a particular way, it stays with you. It's very difficult to change the form and technique. So that's it for today from my end, and until next time, stay fit, stay healthy and keep moving. Thank you.